Today, I'm taking you guys along with me to my favorite restaurant in Animal Kingdom, and honestly, one of my favorite restaurants in all of Disney World. I'll be showing you guys some favorites that I get every time, as well as some new menu items, and of course, showing you guys a few tips and tricks that I've learned from dining here countless times. Let's go have lunch at Yak Yeti. Yak Yeti is located in the Asia section of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Therefore, they're showcasing Asian favorites. This restaurant is a family favorite. Therefore, almost every single family trip to Animal Kingdom requires a visit to Yak Yeti, which ends up being quite often because my family is always here. But hey, I'm okay with it. I am never mad about dining at Yak Yeti. So without spilling all of my secrets too early, let's go ahead and check in to Yak Yeti without a dining reservation, which more on that to come. All right, we have made it inside to our table, and this brings me to tip number one when dining here at Yak Yeti. Always request a window seat. The window seats here at Yak Yeti offer incredible views of the park, but not only that, incredible opportunities for people watching. This is the view we're working with today. So we're just gonna watch everyone kind of walk on by and enjoy their Animal Kingdom day while we are dining on some incredible food. You really can't beat this view. I mean, look at this, guys. There are quite a few tables by the window, so plenty opportunity to have this incredible view. Make sure you request it. I requested a window seat, and I just had to wait a couple extra minutes to get it, but it's really worth it. One of the many reasons that I love Yak Yeti is because they always have a special menu. It rotates daily. Unlike other restaurants, especially Disney restaurants, they're like, oh yeah, this is our seasonal menu or our seasonal menu item, and it never actually changes for like a year plus. Here, this changes, I want to say, every couple of months, and everything that I've had from it is always really good. So let's take a look at the special menu to start. You can see we have a Thai whole fish. Getting a whole fish is always so intimidating to me. I do like fish a lot, but I don't know if I could do the full fish on my plate. You could see the eyes kind of crust over. I don't know. It looks delicious, I must say. The fry on this looks fantastic. Just maybe not for me. But let's take a look on the other stuff. And they always have the tuna nachos on the special menu, and maybe that's because they're so good, but those are always here, don't worry. Continuing with the specials though, they have kung pao, chicken, and shrimp. Looks delish, as does this Korean fried chicken and sticky ribs. Oh my god, I bet that is so good. Korean fried chicken is amazing every single time. Thai beef salad. I wonder if that's kind of like a cold noodle salad. That's what it looks to be, but it doesn't let me know. And also you can see these were created by some of the chefs here. It like also lets you know what chef created the dishes, so that's awesome. And then here we have the yuzu kosho scallops. I have seen these a lot on social media recently, and every time I see them, I cannot get over the plating of this dish. It looks incredible, so I might get that today. And then we also have this grilled beef bowl. Wow, that looks good too. I never know what to get. It all looks so good. Every single time I dine at Yak Yeti, I never know what to get because I quite literally like everything on the menu. Like, I am a huge fan of Asian food. I love trying new things, and Yak Yeti always delivers, and there's so many things that I've had before and I love. I've tried a lot of this menu and I really can't tell you one thing I don't like, but the specials I'm always tempted by. So let's show you a little bit more of the regular menu. I've seen some things on here that I actually think are new to the menu. We've got our small plates there, soups and salads, and then our shareables. These are all so good. I've had all of these, all four. The calamari is incredible. The lettuce cups are always really good. The Korean fried chicken, one of my favorite things on this entire menu. And then the ahi tuna nachos. More on this to come. But for the entrees, I do really enjoy the Kobe beef burger here. I think it is one of the best burgers at Disney World, if I'm being honest. Here we have some noodles and bowls. You could kind of get like a little poke style bowl. I love their lo mein here. And then they have some specialty dishes. I know the chicken tikka masala is really popular. Some wok dishes, like your typical like Chinese food dishes that you could find at local Chinese food restaurants, like sweet and sour chicken, honey chicken. I've never had this Korean beef. It sounds kind of good. And then there's something else. Where is it? There's something, oh, this Thai basil chicken. I almost skipped over it. This is new to the menu, and it sounds delicious. This is another thing that I'm contemplating trying. now that you guys see the menu, you know why I'm struggling so much, because it all sounds and looks so good. I'm still kind of deciding, but I did put in my appetizer that I'm gonna get, which is something that I've actually never had before. Usually when I come to Yak Yeti, my go-to appetizer order is, of course, the ahi tuna nachos. They are so good. In fact, I think they're actually one of the best foods in all of Walt Disney World. One of the best things you can get on this entire menu. It's hard to not get them, but I did get them a couple of months ago back in a video, so I'm gonna refrain from getting them today, but I'll show you them here in this video now. They of course have tuna Asian slaw, a sweet soy glaze, a wasabi aioli, all on top of crispy fried wontons, and these fried wontons make the dish. You're noticing probably from this video that I did not get the chips underneath the toppings. I have a little hack for you guys. Every single time I order the ahi tuna nachos, I get them so that I get the chips on the side. This makes it easier to eat, easier to share, and I feel like they always give you a little bit more when you do that. And I mentioned I always come here with my family. I love tuna, but I am one of the only people in my family that enjoys seafood. Every time my mom comes, she gets the nachos, but she gets them with chicken instead. So you could get them with cooked chicken instead of the tuna. Same thing, just sub the tuna for chicken. So if you don't eat seafood, definitely still try them out, just ask for the chicken. But today for my appetizer, I actually decided to go with the wonton soup. My friend Bethany dined here a couple of days ago, and I actually saw her post on her Instagram story that she got the wonton soup for the first time, and it was really, really good. And I do love me some soup. I love wonton soup and anything with kind of like dumplings in it. So I was like, you know what? I gotta try that out today. Here is our bowl of wonton soup. This has pork wontons and vegetables and a clear chicken broth for $7.99. Now there's also an option to add a half portion of this wonton soup to your entree for $5.99. So if you were getting an entree and just wanted a little taste, probably do that one, but I wanted the whole thing because I love wonton soup. There's nothing like watching people outside sweating when you're in the cool AC eating some hot wonton soup. The wontons are nice and soft. They have a really good garlicky flavor, but I think what really makes this dish is honestly this broth. This broth is so rich and oniony. It honestly kind of reminds me of like a French onion soup almost. It is really good. And bonus points for the little wonton strips that they give you. Now these are very similar to the ones that they serve with the ahi tuna nachos, just cut up in strips instead of like chip form. And I love that they give you these with your soup here. I quite literally licked that bowl clean, and I just put in my entree order. I'll tell you guys what I got in a second. Before we talk entrees, let's go back to how I am dining here at Yak Yeti without a dining reservation. Yak Yeti is actually not a Disney-owned restaurant. They are owned by Landry's, which is a certain restaurant group that has something called a Landry's card. Back in 2018, when I was doing my college program here at Disney World, I bought my first Landry's card, and my only Landry's card, because you only need to buy it one single time. Back in 2018 when I purchased it, it only cost me $25. I believe it's the same price, but not 100% on that. For $25, this card guarantees you priority seating at any Landry's restaurant, including the ones here at Disney World, which are Rainforest Cafe. I believe is T-Rex Landry's, but Yak Yeti as well. So whenever I come to Animal Kingdom and want to dine here, I just come up to the restaurant, let them know my name and phone number. I never actually carry the card on me. I honestly don't even know where it is. And they're able to seat me in a matter of minutes, honestly. It ends up coming in so clutch because a lot of times it is hard to find a reservation here at Yak Yeti, but I never have to worry about that. And it's also nice kind of just being able to walk up whenever I want and not being tied down to a reservation at a certain time. Just kind of coming up here whenever I want to eat here and just being sat in a couple of minutes. Honestly, sometimes I've put my name in and gotten a text instantly that my table was ready, but it's such a great perk, and that's not the only perk. The priority seating is not the only perk. Once you join, you also get a $25 welcome reward. So it's typically like you're paying, I think, $25 to join, and then you get the $25 welcome reward. So it ends up kind of being like free almost. Also on your birthday, you get a $25 reward that you could use at the Landry's restaurants, and I always end up coming back to Yak Yeti and using it here. Another thing that I love about Yak Yeti are the drink deals. Right here, you'll see that they have these shaker margaritas for $16 a piece. You get a passion fruit margarita from here at Yak Yeti. They also have them at Rainforest Cafe and T-Rex. So yeah, T-Rex is a Landry's restaurant. You pay $16 and then you get this shaker full of a passion fruit margarita, and I usually get 3 cups of margarita out of that for only $16, and then you get to take the shaker home with you. It's definitely a great drink to kind of share. Like I said, you can get like about 3 drinks out of it, and I remember when this first came out, I made a video about it, and it kind of blew up, and everyone was coming here to get the shakers because it's $16 for almost like 3 margaritas. That is an insane deal in a Disney park, but they actually sold out of the shakers once I made the video because everyone was coming here for the shakers. Such a great deal. They have them back. They're still here. They've had them for quite a while now, and they also have a new kind of drink deal. The new drink deal doesn't include alcohol. It actually just includes soft drinks. And right here you see this Yak and Yeti tumbler. It costs about $30 when you purchase it, and it comes with unlimited soft drinks. But that's not it. This cup is actually refillable. So if you buy this cup, your day of purchase, it comes with free refills throughout your entire day in Animal Kingdom. So you can bring this cup up as well as your receipt to the bar here inside of Yak and Yeti or the quick service restaurant that's just outside. You could get a free refill on this cup. And if you're coming back at a later date, you could actually bring this cup back and pay $1.99 to get refills the next day. So it's kind of like having unlimited soda refills in the park. Now, you can only get them here at Yak and Yeti at the bar, like I said, or at the quick service restaurant outside. But once you pay the $1.99 for the day when you bring it back, you can get refills the entire day. Just hang on to that receipt so they know. But isn't that such a good deal, guys? So I've got my Stanley dupe here. I chose the black one with the gold lettering. They have a couple of different options, but I will definitely be hanging on to this and bringing it with me to the park so I could get some really cheap soda refills, or $1.99 refills, and then free the rest of the day. So yeah, some pretty awesome deals here at Yak and Yeti, some pretty awesome ways to save money. But back to the entree, and I decided to go with the special scallops. These are the yuzu kosho scallops. They're red yuzu kosho seared jumbo scallops, sticky rice, Thai mango salad, green yuzu kosho and tomatillo sauce, chili crunch, and sweet pepper relish. And you cannot tell me this is not the most beautifully plated dish potentially on Olive property. Like I said, I've been seeing photos of other people getting this, and I was like, I know I have to try that out. I love scallops, and any dish this colorful, it just intrigues me so much. So let's cut into one of these scallops here. These are huge scallops, and they have a really nice sear on them. I wanted to get some of that tomatillo sauce on there. Try them out. Cooked perfectly, seasoned lightly. I just got the scallop in there. I want to get it kind of with everything else now. I wanted to get some of that mango salad, the cucumbers and the other veggies and the rice in there, and we'll try out another bite. That is like a flavor explosion. This is delicious. This dish is really, really impressive. I feel like scallops are pretty difficult to get right. You gotta get that good crust on there. They've gotta be cooked all the way through, but still be soft. And these are some perfectly cooked scallops. I love all the accompaniments with this dish. The sauce is a little tangy and spicy at the same time. You have the white sticky rice and all the veggies. It's very fresh, it's very bright. You get a little bit of sweetness from the mango. All around, this is a fantastic dish. I'm also really, really enjoying the bean sprouts in here. It adds a little bit of crunch. I feel like this dish could maybe use just a little bit more crunch. It was supposed to have a chili onion crunch on it, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm seeing it, but the bean sprouts are adding a little bit of crunch. I could use just a tiny bit more crunch, maybe some like fried garlic or something on here. But overall, I'm really enjoying it. I feel like as a whole, this is on par with some like signature dining restaurants here at Disney. You know, sometimes you expect really good food from signature restaurants, which you should. You're paying a lot of money for it. But there's also places that serve signature restaurant level food without that insane price tag. I believe this dish, you saw it in the beginning, but I believe they let me know it's only about $40. And for 4 giant scallops and a dish this kind of intricate and beautiful, you kind of expect a little bit more. But for a scallop dish, this is really good. And I think a really good price, something that they could serve at a signature restaurant here at Disney. And overall, while I am really enjoying this dish and I think it's really tasty, it's still not my favorite thing on the menu. I think there are better things in my opinion. I honestly just love getting the side of garlic noodles that they serve here. believe it's about $12, $13. You get a huge bowl of lo mein noodles with all this crunchy garlic on top, and then sometimes I'll get like a side of grilled chicken breast and I'll just put that on there, and it's like a DIY chicken garlic noodle situation. That's still my go-to, and I think it'll remain this way, although this was a really nice treat. I don't get scallops often, but I do love when I do. Really good. If you're in the mood for scallops in Animal Kingdom, I would definitely get this. But I'll probably just stick with my plain old garlic noodles and grilled chicken next time I come as my entree. As full as I am, we have to take a look at the desserts. They have the fried wontons. Those are the best seller. They are kind of known for those. They have cheesecake, a pineapple upside down cake, chocolate pudding cake, and then the mango pie. I have had the wontons before, but it's been a while, so I feel like it's time to try them out again. These are skewers of fresh pineapple and cream cheese wontons with vanilla ice cream and a honey vanilla drizzle for $13.99. I'm not quite sure what the best course of action to eat this is. I guess I should take it off the skewer here. I want to get some pineapple too. Gotta get the pineapple. Pineapple is one of my favorite fruits. So we gotta get some pineapple. We gotta get a wonton. And I wanna get plenty of that sauce and that vanilla ice cream. This was difficult to assemble, but let's try it out. What I really enjoy about this is that it's not too sweet. A lot of times when you're watching my channel, you probably hear me say that I don't like desserts that are like overly sweet. I do like fruit-based desserts a lot, and mainly because the fruit provides like the sweetness that this dish really needs. The sauce is really good, and there's a ton of it on there. I was worried about the wontons not being super crispy because they're kind of coated in all of that sauce, but they're honestly super crispy, really good. I was also worried about I'm not the biggest fan of like globs of cream cheese, which you've also probably heard me say, which is why I don't really like the Pongu Lumpia from over in Pandora. It's just like a glob of cream cheese to me. And this is just like the perfect amount. When you kind of pair it with the sauces and the crispy wonton and the pineapple, it's a really good bite altogether. Well, another fantastic meal at Yak and Yeti. Seriously, it never disappoints. If you guys are coming to Animal Kingdom, definitely make sure to check out this restaurant. It is my favorite in the park. Since coming outside the restaurant, it is just so quiet here in the park. The park closes in about a half hour. And since I'm back in Asia, I figured you should come take a look at the line over for Everest. I haven't been on Expedition Everest in months, like probably close to a year, honestly. I feel like when I come to the parks, I rarely ride rides these days. I'm just here hanging out, you know? So I figured it was time to take a ride on Everest. And yes, it is only 5:30, but the park does close in about a half hour. Unfortunately, I feel like they're closing Animal Kingdom earlier and earlier these days. The earliest they could get away with it. And we're closing at 6 o'clock, which is very, very unfortunate. I personally like to enjoy the parks later on into the evening when it starts to get cooler and stuff. And yeah, closing at 6 o'clock. We're gonna check the wait time here. I think it says 35 minutes, but usually when the park is almost closed, they hike the wait time up a lot so that people kind of scares people away. So I don't think it's actually going to be 35 minutes, but we're going to hop in line and see. Actually, they have a single rider line, so it's just me today. I might as well hop in that. Single rider entrance, that's me. There's literally no one waiting in line for single rider. It doesn't look to be like there's anyone waiting in line for the standby queue either. Oh, we're just stopped here. I've never had this happen before. This is interesting. I would love an evac right now. Although this would kind of be hard to get out because we're like tilted down so far. Oh, there we go. Are we going to be stopped here too? Feels like we're stopped again. Oh no. there were 2 times there that I really thought we were gonna get hit with an evacuation, and I was so hyped for it. I've gotten evacuated off of a couple of rides before. Tower of Terror I've gotten evacuated off of 3 times. I don't know how that's possible. I've also gotten evacuated off of the People Mover, and which one? Oh, I got evacuated off of Alice in Wonderland in Disneyland, which was really, really cool. And I feel like as a local, you kind of like hope for those things. Obviously, locals have been on these rides plenty of times. I've been on these rides so many times. So when you get like a different experience and you get to kind of see behind the scenes and walk off the ride, I feel like it's so cool. And I kind of always like really want to get an evacuation off of some rides. I think Everest would be really cool. And of course, like Dinosaur would be really sick to get evacuated off of one of these days maybe. But let me know if you guys have ever gotten evacuated off of a ride. I really thought it was gonna happen this time, but it wasn't in the cards. Well, that is going to do it for us here today in Animal Kingdom. I'm so happy I got to come out and film this video for you guys today. This is actually my favorite park out of all 4 Disney World parks, and it's also the park I come to the least, mainly because it's so hot and they close so early, so I just don't come here as much, but anytime I do, I'm very happy. A couple of months ago, I filmed a video showing you guys my top 5 favorite things to eat in this park. I'm gonna put the link to it right here, so make sure you guys check that out. There's so many good things to eat here, for real. Shout out to all of my Patreon subscribers. You guys are the absolute best. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.